Well, we begin tonight with the latest on that special primary to replace the late Lindsey Graham. We are just 2 days out from the polls opening up for that special primary. Tonight, the top 5 candidates, as determined by the state Republican Party, debated the issue for the first and only time ahead of the primary. 4 candidates not part of that hour-long debate. Our Mike White tracking that race tonight. Joins us live now in studio. Now, you've been keeping up with this race now for a couple weeks. You talked to some of the candidates tonight. And with so many people on stage, what was actually accomplished?
Brian, the 5 candidates addressing voters tonight were Senator Darlene Graham, Congressman Ralph Norman, and Russell Fry businessman Mark Lynch, and former Governor Mark Sanford. Tonight's panel was selected by the state Republican Party based on a collection of early polling data. The debate started with about 45 seconds each for opening statements, where most of the candidates gave their best first pitch and quickly mentioned issues like the national debt and jobs. The panel was asked 6 questions, and each candidate had 45 seconds to answer. Some of those questions focused on health care, data centers, and the SAVE Act. When asked about fiscal responsibility, the 5 candidates echoed the same message: to grow the economy and cut spending and government. However, the biggest conversation of the night was affordability. The panel was asked what they would do in the Senate to help bring down costs for South Carolina families. All agreed that affordability is an issue, but they have different approaches to fixing it.
It's important that we all get back to the basics. I focus on a family-first agenda. And one of those tenets is certainly security, people feeling safe in their communities, but it's also the economy.
When the war is over, prices will come down, and I think he will make it more affordable just with his policies in general. And again, it's taken a while to recover from what Joe Biden did intentionally.
I think the farm bill would be very helpful to help the farmers to drive down the cost of groceries, bringing jobs back to America. President Trump has done a great job with that.
Number one, stop spending. That's what I have to do in my business. We can't print money out of thin air. We've got to also bust up these monopolies that are price fixing the homes.
If you look at the 10-year Treasury right now, it's crowding up, raising mortgage rates, which makes life less affordable for the average American. And so I don't think we can have our cake and eat it too. You can't say, I completely agree with the president on all matters and not see the spending problem that is in D.C.
Now, I briefly spoke with Mark Sanford, Mark Lynch, and Ralph Norman after tonight's debate. However, Darlene Graham and Russell Fry were not available for questions. The other 4 candidates, Sam Shepard, Duke Buckner, Mark McBride, and Clark Nielsen, were not in attendance tonight. The special primary is set for next Tuesday, August 11th, and is expected to go to a runoff between the top 2 vote getters on August 25th. Reported in studio, Mike White. Watch Fox News Local First.
Well, Mike, you mentioned Duke Buckner, and tonight he's taking issue with the fact that he wasn't included in tonight's Senate debate, or that all the candidates, in fact, weren't included. He wrote a letter to State Republican Party Chair Drew McKissick about that today. Buckner saying, quote, "I have consistently placed in the top 5 in recent GOP straw polls. I believe I've earned a spot on the debate stage." But as we saw, he was not there. Now, right now, here are the 9 people, though, who have been certified to take part in the race. Buckner's one of them. As you saw, just 5 of them debating tonight. But Duke Buckner clearly taking issue with that and the criteria the state Republican Party used to determine who would be involved. But all 9, again, will be on the ballot.